Chapter 5, Coal and Petroleum. Okay, Chapter 5, Coal and Petroleum. Okay, do you have textbook with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there is an activity there. Make a list of various materials used by us in daily life and classify them as natural and man-made. Okay, classify them as natural and man-made. So find out certain materials used as in daily life and classify as natural and man-made. Finished? Is it finished?
No, ma'am.
No? Do it fast. Okay, that's it. Lakshmi, can you tell me certain materials that you are using in your daily life?
I'm natural or man-made.
Both. Tell me the natural one. Okay.
I'm oxygen,
Okay, oxygen. Then next one.
soap,
It's man-made. Then oxygen or it is air, right?
yes,
Then water. Then in the man-made dress, food, right? So these all are examples for certain materials that used by us in daily life and classify them as natural and man-made. Okay. Then we are going to learn what do you mean by this natural, the materials obtained by nature or materials obtained from nature. Okay. So the materials obtained from nature include air, water, soil and minerals. They are called natural resources. They are called natural resources. So the materials obtained from nature include air, water, soil and minerals. They are called natural resources. Clear?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Then, in the light of the availability of various resources in nature, natural resources can be broadly classified into two kinds. Natural resources can be broadly classified into two kinds according to the availability of these resources. They are inexhaustible natural resources. Next one, exhaustible natural resources. Inexhaustible natural resources and exhaustible natural resources. Clear? So the materials obtained from nature include air, water, soil and minerals. They are called natural resources. And in the light of the availability of various resources in nature, natural resources can be broadly classified into two kinds. Inexhaustible natural resources, then exhaustible natural resources. Clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Then we are going to learn what do you mean by this inexhaustible natural resources and exhaustible natural resources. Shall I move to next slide? Huh?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then inexhaustible natural resources. These resources are present in unlimited quantity in nature and are not likely to be exhausted by human activities. These resources are present in unlimited quantity in nature and are not likely to be exhausted by human activities. Examples sunlight, air. Okay, it has no limitation. It means there is no ending for these type of resources. It cannot be it cannot be exhausted by human activities. These resources are present in unlimited quantity in nature, unlimited quantity in nature, and are not likely to be exhausted by human activities. And are not likely to be exhausted by human activities. So the examples are sunlight and air. Sunlight and air. Then the next one, is this finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, finish? Shall I move to next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
The next one, exhaustible natural resources. Exhaustible natural resources. The amount of these resources in nature is limited. The amount of these resources in nature is limited. They can be exhausted by human activities. They can be exhausted by human activities. And examples of these resources are forest, wildlife, minerals, coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. The amount of these resources are limited. They can be exhausted by human activities. So the overuse or over exploitation of these type of resources, it led to the destruction of these type of resources. So the amount of these resources in nature is limited. They can be exhausted by human activities. They can be exhausted by human activities. And examples of these resources are forest, wildlife, minerals, coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. Clear? The amount of these resources in nature is limited. They can be exhausted by human activities. And examples of these resources are forest, wildlife, minerals, coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. Lakshmi Nandakumar. Lakshmi, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it Lakshmi?
Yes, ma'am.
Lakshmi Nandakumar?
No, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Okay, it's okay. Adigesh, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you read these points once again?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Exhaustible natural resources.
Hmm.
The amount of these resources in nature is limited. They
Okay.
can be exhausted by human activities.
Hmm.
Examples of these resources are forest, wildlife, minerals, coal, petroleum, and natural gas.
Okay. So shall I move to the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, in the case of this exhaustible natural resources, overuse or over exploitation of this natural resources, it lead to the destruction of these type of resources. So, what should we do? We should protect or we should limit the use of these type of resources for the future generations. Otherwise, they will face problems or they will face shortage of these type of resources. So, exhaustible natural resources. Then some exhaustible natural resources like coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. They were formed from the dead remains of living organisms. They were formed from the dead remains of living organisms. It is known as fossils. Okay, fossils. So these are known as fossil fuels. Okay, these are known as fossil fuels. Some exhaustible natural resources like coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. They were formed from the dead remains of living organisms. These dead remains of living organisms are known as fossils, and these resources are known as fossil fuels. Which are they?
Coal, petroleum, and natural gas.
Yeah, coal, petroleum, and natural gas. They were formed from the dead remains of living organisms or otherwise known as fossils. These are known as fossil fuels. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Then we are going. Yeah, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Nothing.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Then we are moving to coal. The first one, coal. Okay. Lynette, can you read these points one by one?
Coal is one of the fuel used to cook food.
Yeah.
Earlier, it
Okay,
was
wait here. Coal is one of the fuel that is used to cook food. Coal, it is the one of the fuel that is used to cook food. It is black in color. Look at this image. It is black in color and very hard. Okay. It is black in color and very hard. Okay. Read the next point.
Earlier, it was used in railways engines to produce steam to run the engine.
Yeah. Earlier, it was used in railway engines to produce steam to run the engine. Then,
If it it is also used in thermal power plants to produce electricity.
it is also used in thermal power plants to produce electricity. Then,
Coal is also used as a fuel in various industries.
yeah, coal is also used as a fuel in various industries. So, these are the main uses of coal. Coal is one of the fuels used to cook food. Then earlier times it was used in railway engines to produce steam, to run the engine. Then it is also used in thermal power plants to produce electricity. Then it is also used as a fuel in various industries. And it is black in color and it is very hard. It is hard as a stone. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, is this clear? Okay. Then there is a story of coal in your textbook. Who is ready to read that story? Who is ready? Yeah, Lakshmi. Okay, read.
About 300 million years ago, the Earth had dense forests in low-lying wetland areas.
Yeah.
Due to natural processes like flooding, these forests got buried under the soil. As more soil deposited over them, they were compressed. The temperature also rose as they sank deeper and deeper. Under high pressure and high temperature, dead plants got slowly converted to coal. As coal contains many carbon, the slow process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal is called carbonization. Since it was formed from the remains of vegetation, coal is called a fossil fuel.
Okay,
A coal mine is shown in figure 5.2.
That's enough. So, about 300 million years ago, this earth had dense forests in low-lying wetland areas. And due to certain natural processes like flooding, these dense forests, they were buried under the soil. Okay, they were buried under the soil. And as more soil deposited over these dense forest, what happens? They were compressed. Okay, they were compressed, and the temperature also rises. The temperature also rises as they sank deeper and deeper. So, due to this natural flooding, this dense forest it is buried under the soil, and it goes deeper and deeper. The temperature starts to rise, and under high pressure and high temperature, what happens? These dead plants, this dead plant slowly converted to coal. Okay, slowly converted to coal. As coal contains mainly carbon, the slow process of conversion of this dead vegetation into coal, the slow process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal, it is known as carbonization. Okay, it is known as carbonization. Since it was formed from the remains of vegetation, coal is also called a fossil fuel. Okay, it was formed from the remains, dead remains of vegetation. Dead remains of vegetation is known as fossil. So, this coal is known as fossil fuel. That's about the
Ma'am,
origin of coal.
ma'am,
Okay, yeah.
how did people understand that coal came like this?
They starts to dig in the ground. Okay, that's the coal mine. Look at the picture 58, page number 58. There is a coal mine. They starts to dig, and there are certain scientists. They starts to learn about these fossils, and finally they reach at a conclusion that these coal are this coal is a fossil fuel, and it can be obtained like this. Okay, clear? After certain study and digging the air, and then using this fossil we can able to find out the age of that substance. Okay, so using this all techniques, they reach at a conclusion that this coal is came like this. Clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So this coal contains mainly carbon. Okay, this coal, this black substance that contains carbon. So the slow process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal, this is called carbonization. Because of the presence of carbon, this slow process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal, it is called carbonization. Okay, this coal contains mainly carbon. The slow process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal, it is called carbonization. Clear? Since it
Yes,
was
ma'am.
formed from the remains of vegetation, this coal is also called fossil fuel. That we already discussed, right? So this coal contains mainly carbon. This slow process of conversion of this dead vegetation into coal, it is called carbonization. And there are certain mines. Mines, I think you all are familiar with the mines, right? Coal mine. Yeah, it's a place
Yes.
where we are going to dig and find out this coal. Okay, so there are certain coal mines and start to dig and find out this coal from there. Okay, that's it. That's about this coal. Shall I move to next one?
Yes,
Ma'am.
ma'am.
Finish?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, why this coal is black in color?
Because after several years of process, this dead vegetation came into that black color. Okay, due to this high temperature, pressure, and after so many years, this dead vegetation converted into coal. That's why it's black in color, and it mainly contains carbon. Carbon is black in color. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Then when heated in air, this coal burns. When heated in air, this coal burns and produces mainly carbon dioxide gas, that is CO2. When heated in air, coal burns and produces mainly carbon dioxide gas, that is CO2. When heated in air, this coal burns. Coal is a fuel, so it burns and produces mainly carbon dioxide gas. And coal is processed in industry to get some useful products such as coke. First one, coke. Second one, coal tar. Are you familiar with the tar? Tar.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So coke is also black in color. It is a product of this same coal. Okay, it's also black in color. Then the third one, coal gas. First one, coke. Then next one, coal tar, and third one, coal gas. So when heated in air, this coal burns and produces mainly carbon dioxide gas, that is CO2. Then coal is processed in industry to get some useful products such as coke, coal tar, and coal gas. Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Then we can discuss this coke, coal tar, and coal gas in the next class. So what all things we learned today? Tell me. There are certain materials that in nature that we are using in daily life. We can divide it into natural and man-made, right?
Made.
Then this, what do you mean by this natural resources?
Resources
That
obtained from
material
the nature.
Yeah, simple definition. The resources that obtained from nature include air, water, soil. They are known as natural resources. Then we learned this natural resources can be divided into two in the light of availability of various resources. According to the availability of various resources, these natural resources can be divided into two. First one, inexhaustible natural resources, and the next one is exhaustible natural resources. Inexhaustible natural resources, exhaustible natural resources. Then inexhaustible natural resources mean they present in unlimited quantity and cannot be exhausted by human activities. There is no end for this type of resources. Example, sunlight and air. Then the next one, exhaustible natural resources. The amount of these resources in nature is limited. They can be exhausted by human activities. And examples of these resources are forest, wildlife, minerals, coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. Okay? Then this type of natural resources like coal, petroleum, natural gas, they were obtained from the dead remains of living organisms. And this dead remains of living organisms is known as fossils. So these type of resources are known as fossil fuels. And the first one, coal. It is one of the fuel used to cook food. In earlier times, it is used used in railway engines to produce steam to run the engine. It is also used in thermal power engines to produce thermal power plants to produce electricity. Then it is used as fuel in various industries. Then this coal, the story of coal. The coal contains mainly carbon. That's why this conversion of dead vegetation to coal, it is known as carbonization due to the presence of carbon. And it is formed from the dead remains of these fossils, dead remains of living organisms or vegetation. It is known as fossil fuel. Then when heated this um, coal in air, it burns and produces carbon dioxide gas. And in certain industries, we get useful products from this coal. They are coke, coal tar, coal gas. Clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
Then 1 minute. Okay, let me take your attendance. Adikesh,
Present, ma'am.
Abhiram, Abid,
Present, ma'am.
Abhiram? No. Okay, Abid present. Adelio? Adelio. Advaid Murali?
Present, ma'am.
Advait Sinoop,
Present, ma'am.
Albert Lyson,
Present, ma'am.
Alvin, Amaljit Baby,
Present, ma'am.
Amin Shafiq,
Present.
Amin present.
Ma'am, present.
Okay. Then Amras Farish, no. Anashwara,
Present, ma'am.
Anjana, Benedict, Fadil,
Present, ma'am.
Henin Nasser,
Present, ma'am.
Hrithwik,
Present, ma'am.
Irene Maria Anil,
Present, ma'am.
Cha Fatima, Ken Shibin,
Present, ma'am.
Lakshmi CV,
Present, ma'am.
Lakshmi Nandakumar,
Present, ma'am.
Linus Jijo,
Present, ma'am.
Muhammad Salim, Nadeem Jahan,
Present, ma'am.
Nandana Sharath,
Present, ma'am.
Navaneet, no. Nivedya Rose,
Present, ma'am.
Pooja Menon, Sridev,
Present, ma'am.
Suryadev,
Present, ma'am.
Tamanna,
Present, ma'am.
Tom Jose,
Present, ma'am.
Vaishnavi.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. So absentees Abiram, Adelio, then Alvin, Amras, Anjana, Benedict, Isha Fatima, Muhammad Salim, Navaneet, Pooja. Okay, that's it. Okay, then I will send you the notes through the WhatsApp. Okay, all of you read this chapter till till the story, including that story of coal. Okay, then we can learn this coke, coal tar, and coal gas in the next class. Okay, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Class. Bye.